All right, there I am. Here I am. There we are. There we go. All right, it's Tuesday, September 26th. Got a little bit of a late start today, but let's dive right into it. Here we go. Let me just check Rumble and make sure Rumble's up and running. And Rumble is okay. Great. We're on Rumble. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. Everything's great. Our number one pick of the day. So that's the streak. We have like 65% of our number one picks in September have been up sharply, like 100% plus on options if you got them at the open. So Carvana, I don't know if we didn't do this because we already had a short position in Carvana. So I don't know. This may have worked, right? If you got put options at the beginning of the day, and Carvana is down sharply near low of day. That's our number one pick. We have a major short bias now. We're shorting a bunch of stocks. Carvana. We're shorting Beyond heading back down over here after a pop this morning. We are shorting a whole bunch of things. There are a couple long ideas. We'll get to the shorts in a second. DraftKings and Rivian, a couple long ideas for you this morning, which you see they did okay, but these were not high conviction picks. They were below our top 5, okay? So can't get major credit for the moves on DraftKings and Rivian. Maybe I should have been more bullish on Rivian because the news was really good out on Rivian, but I just have such a bearish bias now. I didn't focus on the long picks. I was really focused. Our top 3 picks this morning was Carvana, Beyond, and then UNFI. Now you see UNFI is down 26%, and I made a mistake of not shorting at the open. I said on the show, I'm going to wait for a bounce. I was waiting for it to hit this line here. You see that 5-minute moving average of 200. I was waiting for like 1650 or so. It hit 1625 or 1660, I guess I was doing 1625. So note to self, next time when there's really bad news, just buy some at the open. Just buy some puts at the open. Just short some at the open. And I have to average down. So we made an execution mistake here, but hopefully other people in the community picked this up. This was our number 3 pick only because it was down like 20% pre-market. Otherwise, it would have been the number 1 pick. So, execution is hard, but our analysis is still spot on every morning at 9:30 a.m., continuing this excellent track record we have. So if you're not part of the community yet, hop on over to StoryTrading.com/app and you get like these really good leads. Usually the number 1 pick of the day works out from our 9 a.m. showtime or the 9:30 a.m. showtime. One or the other usually work out. Usually both of them work out. Hold on. Let me get some. So right now I am very bearish as assets on companies that need to raise money. We could see a bounce. I could easily see a bounce in the market on the broader indices on RK, SPY, QQQ. That could definitely happen. just because by Yom Kippur we've been down so much, for a variety of reasons. We could always see a bounce, but let me just look at that. Let me see where the indices are today. We did this morning, so we'll do a catch up on this, see if anything changed. All right. Wow. Everything looking pretty bad. How about TLT? TLT down. There you go. That's bad. All right. That's really bad. TLT continuing to go down is really bad. And I said this morning, I think that RK could see its COVID crash lows. COVID crash lows on RK was 33. We're at 38.50. And forget about that. Individual stocks, right? Oh, KRE. Look at KREs. And we're short KRE as well. We're short KRE, IWM, and I don't know if we're short RK anymore. If we're not, maybe we got to get back on that. But in any case, I really worry about individual stocks that might end up bankruptcy or close to it. And that's why stocks like Carvana and BYND, let me just check UPST and Affirm. They might be really good candidates. Let's see how they're doing today. UPST down 2%, leg down. It just took right now. You see that? Affirm down 2%. So a lot of these stocks, I think, are heading to the COVID crash lows or lower. What was Carvana at back then? COVID crash low on Carvana was $22. I think that's very possible. I give you a $35, $36 price target for the immediate future on Carvana because we broke support. Your next support right down here at the bottom of this candle. You see it right there, 36.42. Maybe this 35 line. I would say that's the range, 35 through 36.50. That area is the next target, I think, on Carvana. And beyond, I'm looking for I think this price target's correct here. Let's go to Piper Sandler. Maintains underweight, lowers price target to 3. It's a matter of how it gets there. And it's a matter of, is there going to be a short squeeze or pops on the way there? I think that's the story beyond. But right now, I've shifted my entire focus to short stocks, short ideas, and looking for catalysts in the morning that are negative, which is why I'm still kicking myself over UNFI because this had the most negative catalyst of the day this morning. And I just didn't execute. I was down 20%. Let's wait for a pop. I'm really kicking myself over that. So I've learned my lesson. Just like we play good news, we buy the gaps up on good news because you can often gap and run the whole day. Same thing on bad news. You gap down and down the whole day. You had this little fake out there, but it wasn't enough to get over any key moving averages intraday. So, man, I'm really kicking myself that we didn't do this because this would have paid huge. You're talking probably at least 200-300% on put options if you bought them at the open. Usually what we like to do for these trade ideas or number one picks of the day, we'll go 1 or 2 weeks out, slightly in the money, something like that. And those tend to run 1, 2, 3, 400% for the day when it works out. And it's been working out often. So unfortunately, we didn't execute on that. But in any case, one thing that didn't work out today on our prediction wise, execution things didn't work out, but prediction wise, one thing that didn't work out was SEDEX. I thought SEDEX could have another run here, low quality stock, but it had a pattern. I thought it would repeat the pattern, especially because I had news this morning. So that one didn't really work out. AMLI, we picked this up, but more for a swing, and I'm okay with this. I'm okay being down a little bit. I have pretty good reason. I have good confidence that at some point soon they're going to be bringing up the uranium again. And uranium has been exploding. I can't show you the full chart here. We're going to be switching to the E-Trade app in about a month and a half, and then we'll show you the charts like AMLI, which don't show up here. And other than that, we did add to our Dash short. I think Dash, we won on this, right? Last week, we won the weekly competition shorting Dash and Teladoc. So we're back shorting Dash again. It looks really bad below key support level around $75. Assure is holding, as we said, looked good. We gave that to you, the 200-week moving average support a couple days ago. Friday, it looked like it held support, and we're right about that. It's continuing to hold support, so Assure is looking good. But, man, the pickings are few and far between to the long side. Oh, man, we gave the idea of shorting Ford this morning. I don't think we didn't do it ourselves. But if you shorted Ford on the catalyst, the bad catalyst we talked about this morning, congrats. So this market is for shorts. That's it, man. You got to look for these weak companies. And if you get bounces, short the bounces. Peloton, we're looking at maybe, look at that. See, getting too greedy. Looking for, I was like, all right, let's wait for Peloton to hit the 20 DMA, then we'll short it at 533. Look at this. Look at this intraday, 480 to 450 already. That's a nice percentage move. But Geo we're holding. That is one swing position we're holding long because of all the immigration. Of course, we're also waiting for the IPO of the Indian IPO Yatra, which has been a real disappointment. But we're going to hold through this and see how this opens up. The IPO, it's trying to claw back towards break even, but this is going to open at $3 USD equivalent Thursday morning, 2 mornings from now, and it's trading at 220. So is it the market's already what? The market's already pricing in that the IPO will be down 27% on day one? I don't know, man. I don't think so. All right. So we're holding this. We're holding this for the IPO. We'll see what happens. All right. See how that's priced in India. All right. So let me see if there's any questions. Now is the time. You see the Rumble audience bigger than it's building up. Nice. So let me know if you have any questions. You can put it in chat right now, either on YouTube or on Rumble, while I take a quick second scan on this and see if anything pops out to me. Just checking out Beyond. We have a pretty big short position in. So wow, that was awful looking. What's going on there? But it's right at an intraday support level. We'll see if that turns negative. Things must be really bad. I'm going to look at RK a little bit closer. Dash short is working out. I think I want to add more to that dash short because this looks really bad. You see that? Ooh, this looks terrible. Below that 75, kind of double support. This is like an M pattern kind of forming over there. What's this candle right here? 7507. And there's a story behind this, right? There's catalysts, there's fundamentals. It was RRGB was what tipped us off to these third-party delivery services not doing well right now, not boding well. They could have a couple challenging quarters coming up. So Dash, $30 billion company, and it's had a pretty strong rebound from the lows. And if we get into a recession, wow, things really changed with Powell last week, folks. Things really changed. That was not expected. What Powell said, higher for longer, what he implied, higher for longer, soft landing, not the base case. That was really bad. That was not priced in. And the market is currently re-rating to this new reality. And it's going to send down these risk assets, these companies that have debt. They're going to go to all-time lows. A lot of them will go bankrupt. A lot of them will have to do toxic financings at really low prices. And this is going to be the way to make money in the next couple quarters. Unfortunately, we're going to have to find these vulnerable companies, short them, short the pops. Kicking myself a little bit, not shorting Ford, but it's not a big mover. It's only down 1%. If you look at the 5-day chart, it's just in the chop zone. I'm really surprised it's held up as much as it has with all the negative catalysts going on. Let's just quickly look at Mobileye over here. That's been holding up really well. Not going to make any moves on that here. Either way, it's been holding up too well to short that. And let's see. That's kind of all I have. We're doing this. We're going to document our number one picks. We have them all. It's unbelievable how great they've done. And, the thing is, if you just buy puts or calls at the open on our number one pick, we don't even execute like we should yet because we didn't do it right on UNFI. But the track record is just insane. Imagine 65% of our picks giving you 100, 200, 300% return on the day. That's what we're seeing. And we're a little too timid to play our own ideas, but we're going to get there. We're going to start trusting ourselves soon because UNFI really should have been the number one pick, even though Carvana would have worked too. Shorting puts, buying puts on Carvana at the open would have worked, but UNFI should have been our number one pick based on the catalyst today. I said I chickened out because it's down 20% in pre-market. But really not surprised at all to see this much lower. I was just waiting for a pop. Look at that. I'm really disappointed we didn't buy puts at the open, but we'll get there. I mean, our track record continues at this point on our number one picks. Really unbelievable. All right. I don't see any questions. So with that, head on over to storytrading.com/app and you can get the 9 a.m. I'm doing the research late at night, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So we can give you the best number one pick of the day. Today it was Carvana, but even our number 2, 3, 4, 5 picks are decent picks. Like we gave you DraftKings and Rivian to the long side, and they're outperforming markets. So get on board, join the show, join the everything we're doing here. That's really great and working out. So we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. sharp on our show. We always start 9 a.m. sharp, and it's free to download the app, StoryTrading.com/app, and then you can get a free trial as well. Just one last look at a comment here. That's fantastic. Thank you, Jack. Well done. The predictions, I got to say, are well done. Execution is hard. It's just hard even trusting myself, man. It's really hard. It's really hard. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there on the execution. But thank you so much, Jack. So we'll see everyone tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at StoryTrading.com/app. Thanks for joining.